Okay, y'all, I really want to know y'all opinion, how y'all feel about this. So, this dude asked me to come to his crib. Like, imagine I've been to his crib multiple times. And I kind of came to my senses, and I was just like, no, I don't want to come to your house anymore. Because, like, you only want to see me at your crib. You don't, like, we don't go out in public. We don't go on dates. Like, you don't take me out. We don't do none of that. Like, it's just, I only see you when I see you at your house, right? And I was just like, I'm good off that. Like, I don't want to keep doing that. Like, no. And I haven't heard from him since I told him no. Like, I have not heard from him since. So, like, my question of the day is, why do y'all always want people to come to y'all crib 24/7? Why don't y'all take people out? Why don't y'all go on dates? Like, and I'm not saying you gotta take the girl to Ruth Chris, but shoot, y'all can go look at the stars. Y'all can go to the movies. Y'all can go Pink. Like, it's a lot of stuff that you could do. Like, do y'all not take people on dates no more? Like, what's up with y'all just wanting to be in the house 24/7? And what?
This is how women get down when they're actually feeling you. But the thing is, she was doing the right thing. She just needs to wait on his timing. But she said, oh, I came to my senses. You have to follow his lead, follow his instructions. A guy, if he wants to take you out on dates, will take you out on a date. But here's the thing that's happening. She was punching above her weight class. Punching above her weight class. You made things happen with him, but now you're trying to get more things out of him. It doesn't work like that. He has the leverage. He walks away. There's no problem here. He doesn't care. But see, this is the thing. Now this crafts and creates their standards for the next idiot. The next time you want to wine and dine a woman, just remember that. Let's get the next one.
When did, like, going to the bar become, like, such a bad thing? I thought, like, being social and, like, going out with your friends was supposed to be healthy, and now it's, like, looked down upon. Just because I want to get a drink and hang out with friends and meet new people does not mean that I'm, like, low value or passed around. I'm also in my 20s. What else is there to do? Like, this is like a very normal thing. And also, if you're not talking to any girls at the bar, where are you talking to girls? I would love to hear that.
Nothing is wrong with a woman in her 20s going out to drink and go dance and go clubbing and go to bars. Nothing is wrong with it. The problem, right, that she's addressing is that men know what goes on. It's not a problem that you do that. You have free will to do that. Men have free will to understand what goes on, and they act as if men don't go out in their 20s. Men don't go out and interact with women and go drinking and make mistakes and stuff like that. They act like men don't know. When men do know and they disqualify them for a relationship or taking them seriously, that's the problem. Men are not stupid, and you can't shame a man into accepting it. If a man wants to accept it, see, here's the thing. There are plenty of guys that will accept a woman going out to the bar. But the men that they respect, the men that want something serious, as they do too, are not going to put up with that. And they'll just simply walk away. And then they get shocked. Like, well, what's wrong with me going out and doing this and doing this? Nothing's wrong. You're just not going to be in a relationship with me. Let's get the next one.
I'll probably be single alone forever. It has been a hot minute since I've done one of these videos. Okay, so this is the guy from Bumble. We only sent a few messages back and forth, and I asked, was he free tomorrow evening? Do you want to go for a drink or something? He said, yes, I'm free tomorrow night. We can meet. So I messaged him today. I said, okay, cool. Since you're from here, do you want to pick the place? Look, I know. I asked him, I should pick the place. I know. That is just me not wanting to lead, to be fair. It's like, I was all leader up here, and then I was like, now you take the lead, please. So he says, hey, me change of plans, have to go. My grandparent, he's in hospital. Okay, that's terrible. Poor grandparent. But we can meet tomorrow if you want. Now, okay, so it's his next message that has me like, but with one condition, you have to make yourself pretty for me, like in the photos of you. Thoughts, opinions? It's kind of giving misogynist, no? Is it a bit, it's icky. It's kind of icky. I almost feel like my view on men is a bit warped, and I've just had all these terrible experiences that, like, now I'm a bit of a cynic and now I'm a bit negative. It's giving red flags, no? Or is he trying to be flirty? When I read this message, this was my face. I literally looked at my phone, read his message, and went, ew. You have to make yourself pretty for me. No, I hate that. I hate that. I feel like if I read this in some smutty book, I'd be like, ooh, like into it. And then actually now that it's happening in real life, I'm like...
She shot her shot. I like that. But here's the thing. Don't let this go over your head. She was trying to make a power play. She only shot her shot at him so he would follow her agenda, because most women don't shoot their shot. So she's thinking that he should be jumping for joy, right? But here's another thing. He wasn't afraid to ask for what he wanted. He hit the Uno reverse. No. You're going to follow my lead. Yeah, we can do all that, but I'm going to need you to do this on one condition. She couldn't follow that because once she got a whiff of, oh, he's giving me instructions. No, I'm not really with that. Don't get it confused. She shot her shot at him first, but it wasn't genuine. It was trying to make him tap dance for her. But when he gave her instructions, she's like, nah, I ain't interested like that. But here's another thing. Men who ask for what they want are not afraid to walk away. That's what took her by surprise. Like, wait a minute, I was leading. And then don't get it confused. Like, I want him to lead. No, you tried to lead him somewhere and he wasn't going. He gave you instructions and you wasn't going for it. But that signals to me that he's not afraid to easily walk away. Men who shoot their shot, men who will offer something, give instructions, are not afraid to walk away. They're not afraid of women. So if you're shooting your shot, always remember this, guys. Stay strong in your spot. If you're giving women instructions, directions to follow, you're shooting your shot, you're not worried about being rejected, you're the guy. You're the guy. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks, because you don't care what she's going to think. You're just saying, this is what I have to offer. I know who I am. If you don't want to take me up on that offer, we're good to go here. We're good. You go your way, I'll go my way. Men who are not confident and who will not just easily walk away are going to sit there and try to barter and sit there and try to debate and negotiate with them. No, attractive, confident men don't do that. That brother gave her instructions and she just was not going for it. But that's because she wasn't attracted to him. But it was still a shock because he could easily walk away. And she knows that because he was so direct. Let's get the next clip.
Sometimes when I reject men and then they move on with their life and they're like super respectful about it, I feel like that's even more of a turn on than them asking me out. Like, they just continued life, you know? And not even like in a petty way. They weren't giving me dirty looks. They lived life.
It's like I always tell you, I told you, women have no choice but to respect you when you respect yourself. They have no choice. And it also kind of turns them on or piques curiosity when you're able to be like, you know, all right, I respect it. And just go on about your business. Not getting emotional like other guys. This is what sets you apart from other guys. Most dudes will hound them. Damn, man, you can't have friends. And damn, we can't be friends and all of this stuff. No. Go away. Respect yourself. Like she said, it's sexy. It's something about it to them. And even when they want to play games with you again, you literally let them know that you're not about games. They can come around and try to play again or whatever, but the fact remains the same. You respect yourself. Energy can be felt. Just go away. Let's get the next one.
Moment like a dude finally get your attention, you finally like, okay, let me see what he about. Everything they did to get your attention, all the little sweet shit, you know, all the little thoughtful, cute stuff, go out the window. Like, wait a minute, you were just texting and calling me all the time. Now I ain't heard from you in days. You were just asking me what I want to eat. Now I ain't, like, what, I'm still hungry.
When men have standards, it's either she complies or goodbye. It's either she complies or goodbye. And another thing that this is showing, they can act like they're interested in you. They can act like it because they want to see just how far you're willing to go. But when men aren't getting that reciprocation, they're not getting it reciprocated, it's like, I'm good. I'm good. And see, they're confused. They're shocked when you walk away because they're like, wait a minute, he was doing all of this stuff to get at me. Now that I'm actually letting him in to get a chance, he doesn't want a chance. Yes, because through all of that he was doing in the beginning, you weren't doing anything. And in that time that you weren't doing anything, somebody else came along that was willing to cooperate. Women are going to keep bumping their heads. I don't understand what they don't get. You have to move to a man's beat. He does not move to your beat. Those are males, weak men that you don't want anyway. So women aren't really running game on anybody but themselves and weak men. Strong men are able to walk away. Women can play games all they want. See, they think, let me put space in between me and this guy. Let me use friction and deflection and all of this stuff. Let me make him wait and all of this stuff. A real man isn't going for it. They try to reverse it and say, a real man will get to know you. A real man will wait. No, everything is on a man's terms. Let's get the next one.
I'm laughing because I'm really having a hard time understanding why there are so many sassy grown men amongst us, okay, in society. So my boyfriend and I have been together we're together for 1.5 years. Okay, we were living together, and about 2 weeks ago we get an argument, right? And obviously I'm not going to go into details, but essentially it was just about our needs not being met. And in that argument, I did get a little sassy. I got a little feisty because resentment has built, right? I'm asking you for things, in my opinion, the bare minimum. We agreed to give each other space, which we always do after arguments, okay? Y'all, tell me why this man ignored me. A week goes by, okay, we didn't talk. So tell me why I offered to get this man lunch, right? This weak, sassy bitch walks in the house, grabs the lunch I bought him, and then walks out the door. So I said, we need to talk. Now, mind you, this was a week ago, okay? He says, you can't force me to talk. Okay, sorry, girl. So fast forward to today, it's now been 2 weeks since he's spoken to me. I went ahead and I already got me an apartment, all the things. I'm on my way to get my moving boxes right now. Ladies, always pick yourself, always.
Now, this guy messed up by moving in with this woman so quick. You can tell he didn't vet her, because the vetting process is usually 10 months to a year. Let's just go with a year right here. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. But bro's a savage. Came to get the food and then walked out. Silence. See how she's shocked? She didn't think that he would do that. She didn't think that he would grow a backbone. Scrap the whole situation completely. And now the trash is taking itself out. If you're in a situation with a woman where she's disrespecting you, respect yourself and walk away. There's nothing really to talk about. See, she's lying there. Oh, we had a little... No. She was disrespectful. She said a bunch of stuff to the point where bro's like, I'm not accepting this. Goes away. She's not expecting that. The history. She's banking on the history that you'll be in your feelings and be emotional, and that you'll stick around through the bad times and make things work. See, all of this stuff they say, they try to push it towards, this is what a real man does. No, a real man respects himself.